Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests. I welcome you all to the 320th meeting of Periyar Toastmasters Club. I am Team Srisha Naya and I welcome you all to this meeting. Before we move forward, I would like to recite the mission of our club. The mission of our club is to provide a supportive and positive learning environment in which members are empowered to learn communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. In Toastmasters program, we do not discuss matters related to sex, religion, and politics. In order to have a smooth meeting, there are some ground rules. Please put yourself on mute when not speaking. Don't interrupt while someone is speaking. Be attentive throughout the meeting and support the speakers with your warm smiles and claps. Let's have a great meeting. Now, please welcome our club president, DTM Harish Bhagavan, to preside over today's meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sreshta. It's after a while we had your kind of energetic introduction. Like, we missed you a lot, and thank you. Despite being this your exam season, thank you for choosing to be with us, and also for volunteering to deliver a speech during the study leave of her 10th grade exam. Sreshta is going to deliver a speech. I think that's the spirit our Periyar members as well as the Toastmasters can learn from Sreshta. Now, has Sreshta made a good choice today? She's going to have her 10th grade exam, and in between, she's putting in effort to deliver a speech and remain awake in the night and be with this group of people. Is it a good choice, or what is, if we say that it's a good choice, on what account it's a good choice? Is this going to contribute to her future greatly than scoring better marks in the 10th grade exam? Many people will say no, and Sreshta herself may not be sure, but Sreshta, by being present here, she is sending a powerful message that it is not only about herself. When she joins hands with a group of like-minded people, what happens? In that group dynamics, when a group of people who think alike come together, what that can create can be far beyond what we can achieve individually. Yesterday, we had the first screening interview session of a youth leadership program. And we were about 10 people, and there were about 25 students and their parents. They came there, they took the trouble to come there. They're all excited to join a youth leadership program. And we are all ordinary people. And the students, yes, they're all just getting into their life. And when they come to the youth leadership program, what happens there? Some of them, they get a spark. For some, it's a turning point, especially for young children. At this stage, if they get a boost of motivation and a direction and an inspiration, where it can take them to. Maybe our little deeds might leave a great consequences in the world. So even if you think this is something little, even if I am not there, it is not going to matter, I think our presence here, it matters a great deal. And Sreshta at this young age, she has understood it, innately, and she's doing it by her presence just during her exam season. I think from Sreshta, we should draw our inspiration, and we should keep this platform, this Periyar Toastmasters platform that enables us all to come together, even if we are just a handful, come together, plan for great things, and conduct things that might one day change the destiny of some or a few people. With that, let me now invite to the stage our Toastmaster of the day, none other than our multi-talented, always energetic, and an excellent singer, though he doesn't admit it by himself, Toastmaster Ravi Nair, as our Toastmaster of the day today. Over to you, Ravi.
Thank you, President. President, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, warm good evening. to all of you. First of all, I am very happy that Periyar has kicked off its first meeting with YLP interviews, and I wish all the best for TTM Anuj Nair, YLP coordinator. And I really wanted to be there at this time, but I missed it somehow. You know, I am in vacation from last 2-3 months. So once I will be back, I will be joining it back actively. All the best.
Thank you.
And coming back to the session today, I would like to introduce the theme as creative thinking. As you all know, nowadays success mainly depends upon the quality of creative thinking you possess. You are what you think is what the famous Buddha teaching says, showing how powerful thoughts can actually be. In 2004, one man launched an app to find his ex-girlfriend, and that app is now called Facebook. And today, there are 2.8 billion users of FB. Isn't it a classic example of creative thinking? When we talk about creative thinking, how can we forget the great scholar, thinker, and a special advisor to the ancient king, Krishna Devaraya? I am talking about Tenali Rama, yes, of course, who lived in the 15th century. Even after being the most brilliant person, he had to take many efforts to enter the palace of Krishna Devaraya. Rajguru, the main advisor of the king, who realized Tenali Rama's real potential, has deliberately interrupted his entrance to the palace as he wanted to keep his own place intact. Tenali Rama, foreseeing this, had decided to take the last opportunity he had. He hid where Rajguru goes to bath every day and stole his dress while he was bathing. After the bath, Rajguru comes out of the pond and realizes that his clothes were stolen. He gets upset, and at this time, Tenali Rama appears in front of him and strikes a deal. He will return Rajguru's dress on one condition, that Rajguru will walk him to the palace on his shoulders. Having no other way, Rajguru agrees for the same. Rajguru takes Tenali Rama on his shoulders and walks to the palace, and people of Vijayanagari makes fun of this situation. Kind King Krishna Devaraya also sees this view of one person sitting on Rajguru's shoulder and orders his soldier to capture the person sitting on top and troubling the other person. Tenali Rama oversees this situation as he is very clever, and he tells Rajguru that he was wrong to humiliate Rajguru, and to compensate for the same, he will walk to the palace by taking Rajguru on his shoulder. Rajguru becomes happy hearing this, and his own suggestion, he climbs on Tenali Rama's shoulder and they proceed their walk to the palace. At that moment, the soldiers arrive and capture Rajguru, who was sitting on the top, and takes him to the king, and Rajguru understood the situation, but Rajguru couldn't reveal the truth to the king as his mistake would be revealed. King Krishna Devaraya was also astonished by the situation and admires the brilliant thinking of Tenali Rama and appoints him as one of the advisors in his court, and rest is just history, as you all know. Now, this was a story of clever thinking from the past, and now I just want to add one more story from the present. Now, once a car manufacturing company was trying to move a car out of its unit, but it couldn't move the car. They couldn't move the car outside the area, just because the car's height was a little more than the garage gate. Now, high-profile engineers were called to solve the issue. Opinions like breaking the gate, removing the roof of the car were proposed. At that time, a small mechanic was passing by. Looking at all the commotion, he came and asked what the issue was. Everyone insulted him and asked him to let them solve the issue and not disturb them. But he insisted on knowing the issue. They reluctantly told him the issue. And by listening the issue, he just suggested to remove the air of the tires, air pressure of the tires, so that the vehicle height will be reduced. See how simply the issue was solved. Dear fellow Toastmasters, what once seems to be complicated just becomes easy with creative thinking. How can we enhance our thinking ability? By exercising, reading books, eating balanced diet, yoga. All this will enhance your creative thinking ability. Applying creative thinking in your work situations will improve your performance and your chances to succeed in life. Imparting this small knowledge, let us start our regular educational session for the day. To conduct today's meeting efficiently, we have a very enthusiastic and seasoned Toastmasters today. Introduce each one of them. Today's grammarian and word master is a very hardworking, soft-spoken Toastmaster with great dedication. She's a member of Empower Toastmaster Club. She has supported Periyar many times in the past, taking up various roles. Toastmaster Rashmi Anu, could you please explain your role as grammarian and introduce the word of the day?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Distinguished guests, good evening. My role as grammarian is to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. My role as word master is to introduce the word of the day and explain the different usage of the word with proper illustration to enable members to expand their vocabulary. For today's meeting, the word of the day is assiduous, which means working very hard and taking great care that everything is done as well as it can be, or done with constant and careful attention. Synonyms: diligent, careful, meticulous, hardworking, etc. And antonyms: passive, sleepy, dull. Examples: the beautifully written catalog based on her own assiduous research was the first of many. The second example: if you want to become a great piano player, you must be assiduous and practice often. So each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. I will give the grammarian's report when called upon during the meeting and a report on the usage of the word of the day. Thank you. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, assiduous Toastmaster Rashmi Anu, for introducing the word of the day professionally. Fellow Toastmasters, today's general evaluator is our area director, Toastmaster Dr. Shanti Rekha Rao. I will introduce her in detail in later evaluation session. However, may I request Toastmaster Shanti Rekha to please acknowledge your presence and briefly explain your role as the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi Kumar, the most assiduous person of Toastmasters, Periyar Toastmasters Club. My role is to call the evaluators to evaluate speeches which will be delivered today, and also I will evaluate the meeting in general. I will call for reports from speech evaluators, timers, grammarian, and our counter. Next, towards the end, I will comment on the quality of evaluations and also the entire meeting. That's it. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shanti Rekha ji. Next, our timer today is a relatively newcomer, but a promising speaker who has gone up to the divisional contest in his first attempt itself. Congratulations, Toastmaster Sushil Gupta. Toastmaster Sushil Gupta, could you please explain your role as the timer?
Greetings and very good evening to all of you. Myself Sushil Gupta. My role is to keep time. As you are aware that there is no limit of time since beginning in history. You cannot count the time, and future also you cannot count the time. But even then, nobody has the time. So this is the reason we need to keep the time, because everybody has very limited time. Somebody is busy in somewhere, in some work, and so keeping time is very important. And my role here today is to keep time of all the speeches, table topics, and general evaluation session. And thank you all. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sushil Gupta. For today's meeting, board counter and Zoom master is our youth leader, Jospen Xavier. Youth leader Jospen Xavier, could you please explain your role as board counter and Zoom master?
Toastmaster of the day, Toastmasters and guests, good evening. My role as the vote counter, I will distribute polls at end of each session and also declare winners at end of the meeting.
Thank you, Jospen. Fellow Toastmasters, now let us give a thunder round of applause to all the assignees. Now it is time to move to the prepared speech session. Hope all the speakers and evaluators are ready, right? Fellow Toastmasters, our first speaker tonight is a DTM delivering an icebreaker. DTM Shivadas Bhaskaran is an embodiment of dedication. Always admired his passion towards Toastmastering. DTM Shivadas Bhaskaran is already on his way to achieve the double DTM status, and I wish him all success in his journey. Today, Shivadas Bhaskaran is delivering his icebreaker from Pathways Presentation Mastery, and DTM Manoj Nair is his evaluator. DTM Manoj Nair, could you please read out the objectives from the Pathways manual?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and lovely kid. Very warm good evening to all of you. Toastmaster Shivadas Bhaskaran is attempting with Pathway 2, Level 1, Path 1 Icebreaker Speech. From the Path 2 Presentation Mastery. The objective is as simple. It is this fundamental project is designed to introduce you to the club and the skills you need to begin your Toastmasters journey. I wish Toastmaster Shivadas Bhaskaran all the very best in his second DTM journey. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, DTM Manoj Nair. Now let us put our hands together to welcome DTM Shivadas Bhaskaran. The title of his speech is Excellence, My Way of Life. Excellence, My Way of Life by DTM Shivadas Bhaskaran.
Just excuse me, the time allotted is 4 to 6 minutes.
Yeah, Modi, am I audible?
Yes.
I want to play. Thank you. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns. Maybe most of us are experienced in our routine life. I may have in many occasions. What about all of you? As studious Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, I invite all of you to my village, Palisheri, located in Thrissur, the cultural capital of Kerala. Lush greenery, clean water, hilly terrains makes the area truly worth its name, the God's own country. There lived a happy family, a tea shop owner, Mr. Bhaskaran Nair, and a mother, Savitri, with 3 lovely daughters. In 1974, to add their joy, there came a baby boy. They named him as Shivadas. Being only the one male child, he enjoys all the privilege of that family. I did my schooling near to my hometown and I passed SSLC with flying colors. After that, I did my pre-degree and BCom under Calicut University with flying colors. Immediately after the graduation, I got selected in one of the prestigious organizations called Massillon India Limited, a KSB-owned company, Germany. Still, I remember tears of joy rolled down my cheeks when I presented my first salary to my dad. My academic journey pursued still from there. I did my graduate diploma in materials management from Indian Institute of Materials Management. In 1999, Lady Luck smiled with my wonderful life partner named Indu, with a drama orchestrated my beloved mother and sister. Probably you might be know the biggest drama which happens to my life. But as I said, she's a wonderful partner. Now we are blessed with three amazing trophies. The elder one, Akhil Shivadas, who is studying in mechanical engineer 8th semester, and the twins studying 12th grade, all are happily settled at Visakhapatnam. My better half was working in Wipro and Massillinen and sacrificed her job for the sake of our three boys. I continued my academic journey. Nothing distracted me, even marriage, job, or kids. I completed in MBA with flying colors from Mahatma Gandhi University. That was my toughest time in whole life. Family, kids, wife, hospitalizations, everything I have to manage singly. But I always believe whether there is a will, there is a way always. So I passed all the exams of MBA with again flying colors. In 2008, our happy family life took a sudden turn. From the lush green God's own country, I decided to came the golden sands of blessed country, Saudi Arabia. Financial stability and career growth guided me to take a decision to leave my family back in India. I enrolled in one of the prestigious organizations in Jubail called Dresser Al-Lushid Valves and Instruments Company as a marketing specialist. From after joining that organization, I really understood the importance of Toastmasters fraternity in Jubail. My big gratitude to DTM DR Pai, who ignited me this profound thought. My dear friends, today I'm standing in front of all of you to deliver my icebreaker speech. I always believe excellence is my way of life. If you committed whatever you are doing, you will exceed in all your dreams, and the dreams come reality. APJ Abdul Kalam once told, if you dream the whatever you dream, all you have to grab it and take the opportunities. The dream will come to reality. As an ordinary person can like me, if we can accomplish all those things in front of you, or you can achieve your dreams. Always believe excellence. I'm believing excellence is my way of life. Dear friends, life is full of twists and turns. There may be challenges. We have to overcome the challenges because opportunities will come to your doorstep once in a lifetime. Accept it, grab it, and overcome the challenges. Rather than slacking off, remain assiduous and be amazed at how much you accomplish. Be the master of your brain and captain of your ship. With that, let me conclude. Back to the diligent Toastmaster of the day. Thank you so much. Good night, dear Toastmasters. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, DTM Shivadas Bhaskaran. That was an inspiring story itself. And I think there will be one day someone will be saying the story that once lived Shivadas Bhaskaran Jubail, a story starting like that. I expect that. And moving on to the second speaker tonight. He was our past president, DTM Shivadas, a seasoned Toastmaster who has served esteemed positions in area, division, and district levels, and is currently Divisional Club Growth Director as well. A very humble and lovable personality. Today, he is delivering his Level 2, Project 2 from Pathways Dynamic Leadership, and Toastmaster Nilesh Balsare is his evaluator. Toastmaster Nilesh Balsare, could you please read out the objectives from the Pathways manual?
Yes, good evening, everyone. It is my pleasure to be part of Periyar's meeting today. The purpose of this project for DTM Shibu is to practice using a story within the speech or giving a speech that is a story. The overview is choose an established story, a story of about your life or a fictional tale from your own creation, and deliver a 5 to 7 minute speech at the club meeting. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nilesh. Now let's welcome Toastmaster DTM Shibu Savior. The title of his speech is Phoenix by DTM Shibu Savior.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Thank you. How many of you have stories? Not someone has written about you. Not anyone's perspective about you. The stories that you tell yourself about your life. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guest, good evening and Ramadan Kareem. We all craft a story every single day, and our narrative can be positive or negative, or a bit of both. All these stories become history of our life. Let me tell about one of my stories. Recently, I got an opportunity to work with District 79 as public relations manager, just for 100 days. That even the previous PRM had quit for some reasons. When I checked the PR activities, nothing was done from the last 6 months. A lot of things to do for keeping the district activities live. Of course, it was a Herculean task. Later, I heard that some of the seniors got the same opportunity, but they simply excused. After consulting with our club president, DTM Harish, I have accepted the mission and started PR activities from the next day. Days like a week and no time to think too much. Decide and implement. After DD officially announced my position, I got numerous calls. There was appreciation and of course some negative comments too. That negative comments are supersedes all the positives. You may heard about one say, you just cannot beat one person who never gives up. This is exactly I do after joining Toastmasters Club. My first step was the existing team to energize the existing team. Unfortunately, out of 10, 8 were simply refused to work with me for some reasons. That was another challenge, to find new members for such a short period. I didn't wait. No second thought, started some new programs like Let the World Know, My District 79, My Pride. My son Josven and our dearest president Harish were there to support. Within the limited sources, I have started some more tasks like DTM recognition, which was pending from last July. One thing I was pretty sure that once a mechanism restarts, it's much easier to find team members. That was right too. Within a week, I got complete team. Later, SATA conference chairman, DTM Albin Joseph, approached me to lead the SATA PR activities. Now, our team is handling the SATA in parallel District 79 PR activities. Dear fellow Toastmasters, the story which was written in March 9th became a history of my life. Earlier, my flyers were reached out 100 persons. Now it is 500 to 1,000. There's a lot of negativity in the world, a ton of toxicity. It's everywhere. And because of it's constantly being vomited at you from all the angles. Friends, we all write stories every day. Maybe your narrative currently includes thoughts like, I hate my job, I love my family, I need to lose weight, I live in the best city in the world, or I am so tired of being wrong. One of the aspects of personal stories that I find interesting is how our thoughts can compound and grow into something bigger, both in good way and a bad way. Let me talk about another story. The title, I Hate My Boss. Most of us written the same story, I guess. Story can quickly snowball. You think the nasty thought every day for a week, and then you start gossiping about your boss with your coworkers, which only reinforces all those negative feelings. Every time you interact with your boss, that narrative comes roaring back, even if your boss become nice person. It is so hard to let go someone's narratives because you know it, your entire job is poisoned. You don't just hate your boss, but you hate your job, you hate your benefits, you hate everything. But positive stories have a similar impact. I have found so much of life in choosing to be happy, choosing to be content, choosing to be looked at bright side, choosing to a positive story can a stressful situation into a lighter one. I think many of us overlook the power of choosing a positive personal narrative. Because just like negative thoughts, positive ones can snowball too. A positive story impacts everything you do and everyone you interact with. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Shibu Xavier, for that wonderfully crafted speech. I wish if you could have stayed in time limit. Moving on to the next speaker, the third speaker tonight is our youth leader, Toastmaster Shrestha Nair. As our president mentioned earlier, Toastmaster Shrestha Nair is giving her speech in the middle of her standard 10 exams. What an example, what a camaraderie she is showing. She has set an example, I think. She has set an example by taking such a decision. Congratulations, Toastmaster Shrestha Nair. She is giving her level 2 project 1 speech from Pathways Dynamic Leadership. And Toastmaster Sabu Cletus is his evaluator. Toastmaster Sabu Cletus, could you please read out the objectives from the Pathways Manual?
Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, guests, lovely children, warm good evening.
Good evening.
Special good evening to Toastmaster Sreshta Nair. The purpose of this project is to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. Your time is 5 to 7 minutes. Let me know the title of the speech.
I will
Toastmaster,
just.
over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Savukletus. Now let's welcome Toastmaster Sreshta Nair. The title of her speech is Being Human Now and in the Future. Being Human Now and in the Future by Toastmaster Sreshta Nair.
Am I audible?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive, as said by Dalai Lama. Respected dignitaries, adorable guests, and my fellow Periyarians, warm good evening to all of you. What is humanity? And what is the power of humanity? It is said that humanity means three different things: a species, a behavior, and a global identity. The meaning of humanity describes a particular kind of animal that biologists idealistically call Homo sapiens. This evolutionary use of the term has the same meaning as humankind and marks us out as a particular life form that is different to other kinds of animals and life forms. The power of the human species is significantly over the non-human world. This is mainly because our intelligence has consistently invented technology, which means we have come to dominate the earth, and our imagination has shaped religious and political meanings around which we form competing interests and social movements. Technology will not just change us where we are, but also change where we can. Humanity will be enhanced in time and space, but also relocated across time and space. Our human power will become even greater, but what about our wisdom? What about the way we use this new power of humanity? Or in short, what about the ethics of our behavior in our new hybrid humanity? Let's think about that. Now, we come to the new second meaning of humanity, which is used to describe a certain moral value that we can see functioning across humankind as kindness and compassion for one another, and being assiduous about our functions. Humanity in this sense is human behavior that cares for other humans because of a profound and universally held conviction that life is better than death. And to live well means being treated humanely in relationships of mutual respect. This is not easy. Of course, it is not easy to live like this because the human species is ethically ambivalent and not simply driven by an ethic of humanity. The reason that the call for humanity is so loud is because our record for inhumanity is so long, and the power of inhumanity is often greater than the power of humanity. Funny, isn't it? The problem of our violence as a species, as it plays out terribly in wars and violent crimes, as in the recent cases happening in our world, our struggle for fairness, and our desire to reduce inequalities between us, our relationship with the non-human environment and its impact on human survival, the Promethean risk of our creativity, and how our technological inventions help and harm as they change the world around us and redefine humanity itself in new hybrid forms. Many independent and neutral organizations like ICRC, the International Committee of Red Cross, ensure humanitarian protection and the problems mentioned above. The International Red Cross and Red Crescent movement is the largest humanitarian network in the world. Its mission is to alleviate human sufferings, protect life and health, and uphold human dignity, especially during armed conflicts and other emergencies. How about I say 2 inspiring stories of people just to make us realize humanity is not dead in our society. Of course, it is not dead. So a couple from Gujarat, Rasik and Kalpana Mehta, decided to break their 15 lakh fixed deposit to help other people battling the deadly virus after their own son succumbed to the disease. Being celebrated as unsung heroes on the net, they distributed PPE kits and other required materials to over 200 people, along with ensuring over 350 people get vaccinated. Moreover, they sacrificed their cars so that it can be used as an ambulance to aid patients in need. A nurse from Delhi's All India Institute of Medical Sciences is being applauded for carrying on her COVID duty despite having lost her own grandmother. In an interview with India Today, which is a very touching quote, she said, "My bonding with Amma was eternal. I don't remember my mother as she passed away when I was quite young. My grandmother used to look after me and even taught me like her own kid. She was the one who taught me doing social service or doing service of the needy ones was important." Friends, humanity is an important part of life, which tells us that to help others, try to understand others, and realize the people's problems with our own eyes, and try to help them. In the end, humanity is caring for and helping others whenever and wherever possible, extending unconditional love to each and every living being on earth, human or non-human, forgetting our selfish interests at times when others need our help. Let us show the world the power of humanity on being human now and in the future. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmasters Srishta. That was really an enlightening speech. Humanity about humanity, and the institute like ICRC was existing. We were not even knowing that this kind of institutes were there. Thank you for that enlightening speech. Anyway, I think we have finished for today's speech session, and now it is time for the timer. Time for the speech. Can I ask the timer for the time? Toastmaster Sushil Gupta.
Yeah. Just.
Okay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi Nair. The timers, the time taken by the speech contestants was like this. DTM Sivdas Bhaskaran took 5 minutes 24 seconds, so qualified. DTM Sibu Xavier took 7 minutes 50 seconds. Looks like it's more than the grace period also, so not qualified. And Toastmaster Srishta took 6 minutes 15 seconds, so qualified. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sushil Gupta. And so 2 speakers are qualified, so hence no vote will be there. No polls need to be conducted, as both of them will be awarded as the best speakers as per the club norms. Thank you, Toastmaster Sushil Gupta. And now moving on to the table topic session. To conduct the table topic session, we have the YLP coordinator, the most handsome, intelligent, and humble, the most humble person in the club, Toastmaster Manoj Nair. May I welcome Toastmaster Manoj Sinha to conduct the PT session.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for that very enlightening introduction of mine. Thank you very much for thinking that I am in that category. Okay, thank you very much. Table topics, as you all know, is the essence of Toastmasters. Even though people don't like to speak, but during table topics, everybody will be enthusiastically listening to the table topics because it is a feedback which is immediately given after a topic. That's not easy. That is the learning of Toastmasters for all of us. Today, I have come with some topics which I personally feel that will be beneficial for your future days or during some or other gatherings when you are asked to do something. So I personally feel that all of you should attempt it nicely. It's all simple and it will be useful for your future endeavors. I'm directly coming to the table topics now. My first topic we have limited members, so I will be calling whoever available here, even though they are having an assignment. If you are asked to give a welcome speech in Periyar family gathering, how will you deliver it? My first topic, and the topic goes to Toastmaster Sabu Cletus. Toastmaster Sabu Cletus, your topic is, if you are asked to give a welcome speech in Periyar family gathering, how will you deliver it? Over to Toastmaster Sabu Cletus.
Table topic master, fellow Toastmasters, guests, lovely children, a warm good evening.
Good evening.
Let me ask one question. Is it in English or in Malayalam? The welcome speech. Because family gatherings, as usual, we are conducting in Malayalam. So that's what's our history. So we have a lot of ways to welcome our guest. Moving to the tradition, we can put sinduram on their forehead and put some flowers on their head with India, with the Kerala shawl, mundu, like that. We can wear it. That's the way we can welcome the audience or guest, whoever it is. Moving to the global, the person can stand in front of the gate or the entrance and showing a manakam or giving hand with a broad smile. He can welcome the people inside. So there are a lot of ways we have, but I like to welcome the people with their own language. Because once we are welcoming the people in their language, that word will go their own heart, and they will feel I am something or I am here as a guest. Normally they will feel at home. As a whole, I am summarizing that if you are welcoming a person in a program, you have to utilize their own mother language to welcome that person in the program. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sabu Cletus. Now, my second topic. One of our Periyarians had got a better opportunity and is leaving Periyar and Saudi. How will you give him a send-off speech in the gathering? Let me put forward the topic to DTM Shibu Savior. DTM Shibu Savior, your topic is, one of our Periyarians had got a better opportunity and is leaving Periyar Toastmasters as well as Saudi. How will you give him a send-off speech in the gathering? Toastmaster Shibu Savior.
Master, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. A pleasant good evening once again.
Good evening.
Sorry, I'm unable to open video right now.
No, proceed.
Let me come to the topic. Toastmaster KK James, you are one of the pillars of Periyar, and you have done so many things for our club, and you have elevated our club, our flag, much higher during your tenure. We Periyarians have blessed, have such person like you. Let me express our gratitude on behalf of Periyar Toastmasters Club for all the supports you have done for our Periyar family. I'm sure that if you are far from us, we are not going to miss you, because such platform here, it's open platform to all of us. Definitely we can meet again wherever you are in the world. So once again, I would like to thank you and all the best wishes for your next chapter, and best wishes to your family also. Thank you. Back to you, Tutti Master.
Thank you, assiduous Toastmaster Shibu Savior, for that well attempt. Let us come to the third table topic. One of your colleagues' mother passed away. How will you give a condolence speech in the gathering? Let me call upon Toastmaster Shrestha Nair for attempting this topic. One of your colleagues' mother passed away. How will you give a condolence speech in the gathering? Toastmaster Shrestha Nair.
Good evening, Periyarians and guests. First of all, let me say I am not very mature to give a condolence speech. I'm very bad at giving my condolence to anyone, let alone be my sister or anyone. But sorry. Anyway, so I would start by saying how much this person has affected or helped me in my life, and how much they mean to us, and how much this one person has done in their life to help others. I would rather not say much about this bad parts, because we want to give them a happy ending or rest in peace. They should rest in peace. I don't know what to say. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sreshta, for that nice attempt. Because it's for maybe grown up, but it will help you in your future days when you get such an opportunity. Now, my next topic is you have been promoted as the general manager of your firm in a surprise meeting. How will you deliver a Thanksgiving speech? Let me invite DTM Shantirekha Rao for attempting this topic.
Ladies and gentlemen of Periyar Toastmasters Club, and especially the president, I'm indeed very grateful for giving this opportunity and a great time to promote, giving a great promotion as a general manager. The president of the company, DTM Harish, I'm indeed very happy about this. I wanted this position since the time when I joined Periyar company. And maybe after looking into the hard work, which I have put all these years, so you thought that it's going to be good, then thank you very much. And my dear colleagues who were there with me, continuously working with me, understanding, and especially my immediate boss, DTM Shivadas. Because of his appraisal, he gave me 5 out of 5. And also another, my managing committee member, Toastmaster Manoj C. Nair, as you also have given me 5 out of 5 in performance appraisal. Because of all these things, I got today this position. I'm really on cloud 9. I don't know what to express, but I'm very happy. And before I say sign off, I would like to emphasize and I want to reassure that I'm going to do the best for the position given. And very soon, I will be taking up the position of the president of DTM Harish. Thank you. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Thank you. Assiduous DTM Toastmaster Dr. Shantirekha Rao for attempting that fantastically well. That was my last topic, and I feel you all have enjoyed and might have learned something through our table topic session today, which I personally feel will help you in your future days to come. And that's all from my side. I request our timer to please put forward the time taken by each contestant.
Thank you, DTM Manoj Nair.
Thank you.
The time taken for the table topics, DTM Sabuk Platis took 2 minutes 11 seconds. DTM Sibu Xavier took 1 minute 58 seconds. Toastmaster Sreshta Nair was slightly shorter than 1 minute, around 56-57 seconds. So you need to decide. But she was close, very close. And DTM Dr. Shantirekha Rao took 1 minute 36 seconds. So except Toastmaster Sreshta Nair, all are qualified with respect to time.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sushil, for that well timing. And except Toastmaster Sreshta Nair, all others are qualified. Please cast your votes in the poll, please.
I think we can proceed to the next session while the poll is being.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Thank you, TT Master. You want to continue? Do you want to continue now?
No, thank you very much. Thank you. And I'm thankful to Toastmaster Ravi Nair, our VP Education, as well as our President Toastmaster Harish Bhargavan, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you. Over to Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster DTM Manoj Nair, for conducting the TT session, thoroughly, professionally, and in a different manner. Moving on to the next session. Next is the evaluation session. Evaluation is the feedback session where we get the opportunity to realize our strengths and understanding the areas that required improvements to go further. To conduct the evaluation session today, we have a very experienced Toastmaster. She is our area director. She has always offered support to Periyar even without asking. Toastmaster Shanti Rekha Rauji is our general evaluator today. To conduct today's evaluation session, please help me welcome our general evaluator, Toastmaster Shanti Rekha Rao.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ravi, the Toastmaster of the Day, for those elevating words. Yeah, I'm always there for Periyar because, as I told you earlier, many times, like Periyar, I have some special connection with Periyar. The reason because the way you conduct the session, the way you conduct the meetings, it's like beyond, it's like a family, the way you come with all the ceremonies and other stuff. So anyway, I'm very happy with it. Anyway, once one of you have said that already I'm a DTM, but yet to be DTM, I think 1 more month to go. No, 2 more months to go. So hopefully by the time then you can call me DTM. Okay. Okay, good evening, fellow assiduous Toastmasters and guests. We have now come to the evaluation segment of our meeting. My role as a general evaluator is to introduce the individual evaluators for each speaker. This is an extremely important part of a meeting and it's a very serious segment too, as it provides the speakers who gave prepared speeches tonight with instantaneous feedback from the fellow Toastmasters members. Towards the end, I will also share some of my observations regarding the overall quality of the meeting. So let's get started. The time limit for the evaluation speaker is 2 to 3 minutes. Green light will be shown at 2 minutes, yellow light 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red light at 3 minutes. So let's start. The first evaluator is a person who is very obsessed and passionate with his work and who adds value to other people's life. He just started Speechcraft program. A very passionate person indeed. He is none other Toastmaster Nilesh Balsare. Help me welcome Toastmaster Nilesh Balsare.
Nilesh will be joining at 8:15.
Okay, shall I go ahead with the next one then?
Yeah.
Fine. Our next evaluator name is also synonymous with legendary, a relentless spirit, passion with bringing timeless stories to life. He's always full of energy and never tired or run down. He always takes up any role with enthusiasm. Recently, he started YLP program, the most wonderful program. It's none other a dynamic personality, Toastmaster Manoj Nair. Please give him a big round of applause today. He will be evaluating the speech of DTM Shivadas. The floor is yours.
Thank you, assiduous General Evaluator Dr. Shanti Rekha Rao, for that very, very pleasing introduction. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and Toastmaster Shivadas Bhaskaran in particular. Very warm good evening to all of you. Toastmaster Shivadas Bhaskaran is on his pursuit of his second DTM. And from that, we can very clearly mention that the title, Excellence is My Way of Life, is absolutely perfect to match his life. Congratulations. He is such a person that every time try to donate or distribute something better in his life. He has proven that through his speech as well. Let me go through his speech in detail. Assiduous Toastmaster Shivadas Bhaskaran started the speech with a question which glued all of us to his speech. Then he had gone back to his beautiful Palisheri Thrissur, where his birth had taken place, to Mr. Bhaskaran Nair, he passed away last year, only 1 year has passed. Actually, he has gone for his father's yearly function, actually. And Savitri. And he has narrated the beautiful ambience of the Palisheri, the way which he had gone through his life in a fantastic manner. More than that, he has sprinkled humor by the words and drama of mother for his marriage, as well as the 3 trophies he had. So altogether, the speech had attracted us very well, and we are glued to his speech very nicely. He has also spoken about his transition to Saudi Arabia and his struggle in life, as well as his touch. Altogether, it was a fantastic speech, and you have covered your life very well. As this best speeches also have something to improve. In my humble opinion, there are 3 areas which you can improve as per speech today. One is the eye contact. Somewhere I found that eye contact was missing in the speech. Second is the body language, because you have a front and backward movement while talking, that we felt that. So that should have been avoided. And the third is there was scratches in the sound. Maybe you had a sore throat or having a disturbance in the voice clarity. So here and there, some words were splitting. So that was the third recommendation from Sid. Other than that, you have given a fantastic speech covering all the aspects of your life, and we had known you better than anybody. All the best. Over to General Evaluate.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Manoj Sinal, for such a crisp and effective evaluation. Now, moving on, we have another person who is very obsessed and passionate with his work and who adds value to other people's life. He just started Speechcraft program, a very passionate person indeed. He's none other Toastmaster Nilesh Balsare. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Nilesh to evaluate the speech of DTM Cebu Xavier. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Madam Dr. Shantirekha, for my introduction. Distinguished Toastmasters, fellow members, guests, and in particular, distinguished Toastmaster Shibu, wish you all a splendid evening ahead. DTM Shibu, it was a great speech indeed. Congratulations to you. You have delivered this speech with great confidence. Your speech has accomplished all the requirements of the storytelling project, and it has excelled in some aspects of public speaking as well. Everyone present over here will definitely agree with me that we all know you much better than what we knew you before. I will remember the saying that you mentioned in your speech. You cannot beat a person who doesn't give up. So he who never gives up. So that's what actually I liked. And similarly, you demonstrated your performance with the new responsibilities. Also, at the beginning of your speech, you started with a question, which always helps for a better engagement with the audience. And you gain the attention and the interest of the audience. You have come up with your own story, and that too related with the Toastmasters. This has really established your credibility, since the audience is also from the same Toastmasters fraternity. The one thing which I noted well, which stood out differently in your speech, was the challenges that you faced with your team. You established new team, and simultaneously you had to work on your overdue aspect of DTM recognition and additional responsibilities for the SATAC as well. But you demonstrated with a great confidence that the flyers also started reaching multifold numbers. The clarity in your speech was appreciable, particularly while briefing about your Toastmasters story. I felt that the clarity was excellent. DTM Shibu, your this speech project was great, and it was really difficult for me to find any areas for improvement. However, since we are here for improvement suggestions, I would like to suggest a couple of points which could really help you to take your story to yet another higher level. Firstly, you can consider increasing the pace of delivering your project, which will probably increase the interest levels of the audience, and they'll be more interested and excited if you increase the pace for delivering your project. Secondly, I missed humor in your story. If you can sprinkle a bit of humor, possibly you had a chance to have some humorous interaction when you narrated the story related to your office or your boss. That time you can put a bit of humor there. In the concluding part, you have brought in a lot of positivity. However, I was also looking for some connection with the title of the speech, Phoenix, the bird that symbolizes immortality, resurrection, and the life after the death in Egyptian and Greek mythology, which is associated with the sun god. However, I missed that connection there. But overall, I thoroughly enjoyed your speech, and I'm sure that the audience here did enjoy your project a lot. Wish you all the best for your new journey in Toastmasters. And back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nilesh Balsare, for such a motivating, elevating evaluation. Great. Moving on, we have a passionate and humble person, and always a humble smile on his face, which makes the other members at ease. He's none other, assiduous Toastmaster Saboklitus. He will be evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Shrestha Nair.
Toastmaster, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, friends, lovely children, a warm good evening. Shall I ask one question? You are thinking, Yana, I am always asking questions.
Sure.
So what's the difference between new generation and old generation? No need answer. Toastmaster Shrestha Nair in particular, being human now and future. Fellow Toastmasters, my first question, just remind again in your mind, not say, what is the difference between new generation and old generation? I had a lot of chance to hear the research speeches from Periyar Toastmasters and other Toastmasters. But I never heard like this speech. The most of the speech, maybe the old Toastmasters, their criteria is that maybe research about some material things or a scientific inventions. But here, this is the first time I heard a speech about the research topic as an abstract idea. Congratulations, Toastmaster Shrestha Nair, for that topic itself. And your confidence was excellent. The points which comes from your mind that we felt throughout your speech. And for the effectiveness of your speech, you added two examples. One is one family from Gujarat and another one nurse. Indeed, nowadays they are dedicated. The services is very appreciable. And your speech was excellent because what are the objectives needed for this speech? Everything was there. Now, you can say, what is the difference between young generation and new generation?
They are more focused.
Yeah, they are more focused, and humanity that itself shows the human, to consider others as kindly or the compassion or friendly, that we can see in our new generation. It's a virtue that we can see. That's why that was the dare of our new generation to take this type of subject. Indeed, I liked it very much. And indeed, your speech was excellent. But there is a room for improvement. I don't have too much, but I have 2 points. One is the voice modulation. The speech was the same pitch. You could have add some voice modulation here and there. Another one point is that it's okay, but that you have to, for your better next speech, you can use this one. Okay, then another point is that there is no personal story in it that you could add. So apart from these 2, it was an excellent speech. I like to hear more speeches in future. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmasters Saboteurs, for such a wonderful and exciting, when you were giving the speech, I could see that so much excitement on your face. That's a great thing. Thank you very much. Now, moving on, we have TT session evaluation. TT session will be evaluated by a person who is a perfect example of courage, hard work, and the ability to achieve the impossible dreams, and who can endure any challenge. He values relationships. He's a beacon of light for so many leaders, especially in the area of emotional intelligence. He truly believes in collaboration, supporting people around. So he's none other Toastmasters DTM Haris Bhargavan. He believes that creativity opens up unseen possibilities. Please join me in welcoming DTM Haris Bhargavan to evaluate TT session. Sir, the stage is all yours.
Thank you very much for that elevating introduction, Dr. Shanti. I think today our attendance is less, but the quality of the speeches as well as each and every role player has made it really memorable. And no exception, the TT session. The TT Master has worked assiduously to come up with creative topics, and he wished us to have the opportunity to do that, but at least for one topic, I beg to differ. Nobody should wish to have that opportunity. Now, let's get. First, if you are asked to give a welcome speech in Periyar family gathering, how will you deliver it? To Toastmasters Saboteurs? Toastmasters Saboteurs attempted it excellently. He gave various ways to how to welcome guests, and he gave us some tips as to put the sindoor on the forehead, but he had a tip that to reach the heart of your guests, speak in their mother tongue. Very good, and very good creative thinking on the feet. My only recommendation, the topic here specified, how would you deliver a welcome speech, but the speech Toastmaster Sabu delivered was on how to welcome people. With just only recommendation, otherwise it was very excellent to listen to. Next, one of our Periyar members is leaving. How would you deliver a farewell speech? DTM Shibu Savior immediately last known to the anchor of the Toastmaster KK James, that giving us an example is a very effective way of conveying how exactly to deliver such a speech. My only recommendation, the topic was generic. So in the conclusion, if the speaker could have added that this way we can highlight the good qualities and contributions of the member, that way we can fashion a great farewell speech. I think that would have made it more appropriate to the topic. Next, one of your colleagues' mother passes away. How will you handle it? It's a tough thing to handle. I do not blame because even if it is given to grown-up people, it is something that is heartbreaking. And it was too tough, and I don't wish Youth Leader Sreshta to have that opportunity. Well, you have attempted it well, but my only recommendation in all those table topics, do not start with an apology. Never tell that I don't know how to do this. Just try to deliver it the best way you know. Next one, you have been promoted as a general manager. That is the most enlightening. It actually made us all so happy in Periyar that the next for us in Periyar, Toastmasters Sabu Kletus has got the opportunity to be the chairman of the nomination committee. He has got in front the formidable challenge of finding the next president for Periyar Toastmasters Club. Toastmasters Sabu Kletus, I hope you have listened to the speech from Dr. Shanti. Your job is done, it looks like. Welcome, ma'am. My only recommendation here is please fulfill the promise made to Periyar. With that, over to General Evaluator.
Thank you. Really, I'm enjoying all your what do you say? I was really losing track of my own speech, what I'm supposed to say. Great job. Now, let us call the timers report. Toastmaster Sushil Gupta, please furnish the timers report, please. Toastmaster Sushil Gupta, are you there with us?
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Santi Rekha.
Right.
First, DTM Manoj Nair, he took 3 minutes 16 seconds to qualify. Toastmaster Nilesh Bartari, he took 3 minutes 45 seconds, so more than the grace period, could not qualify. Toastmaster Sabo Platus, he also took 3 minutes 55 seconds, so he also could not qualify. Then DTM Harish Bhargavan, he took 2 minutes 57 seconds and he's qualified. Thank you, and back to you, DTM Dr. Santi Rekha.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I think only 2 are qualified for TT.
Yes.
I mean, the
So,
evaluators. Sorry, for
DTM
evaluators.
Manoj T. Nair and Harish Bhargavan, they are qualified.
Right. So I guess, President, if 2 are there, so we don't go for the vote, isn't it?
Right. Yeah. We don't go for voting. Yes.
So all are qualified. Thank you. Now I request, no, nothing so better. Now I call upon our grammarian, Toastmaster Rashmi Anup, to give her report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. It's a pleasure listening to all the speeches actually. So small mistakes were there and grammatical mistakes were there, but because of the beautiful speeches which are done by the speakers, we can ignore that. And the word of the day used by Toastmaster Ravi Kumar once, Dr. Shanti twice, then Toastmaster Shivdas twice, Toastmaster Manoj twice, Toastmaster Shrestha one time, Toastmaster Harish one time, and as we can see, this word is really helpful in conveying your message. I hope everyone can use it more often in your future speeches. So once again, congratulations to all the speakers and the evaluators. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashmi, for that wonderful report. We don't have an R counter, so let's move on. So now it's time for my general evaluation of the entire meeting. The meeting exactly started on dot, that is exactly 7. That's thanks to our president. And the theme of the day was displayed. Table topics were really good and creative and need of our, because many a times in our corporate, in our schools and wherever we work or wherever we are, and these are the topics where we have to deliver. So at the time, it's really tough time for us. So beautiful topics. And guests were not there, but still we were introduced very nicely, cordially. Okay, one small suggestion, the agenda could have been circulated well in advance, which would have enabled all the speakers to use the word of the day and the theme in their speeches. So that's only a small suggestion, but I know it will be done. And maybe because of Ramadan, maybe because of Eid, and things little get delayed, no issues at all. Overall, the meeting was really lively, flawless, and really enjoyed the role of general evaluator. Because it was why I'm telling is lively, because although number was very less, but all were involved. So lively, flawless, no flaws at all. Thank you. And thanks a lot, BP Education, for giving this role, and also President for giving this role. So I'm not going to the President, it's only my topic. So over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ravi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shanti Rekha ji, for conducting that session in a very interesting and professional manner. Doesn't she deserve a round of applause? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for conducting that session. And now it's time to recognize the winners. May I call upon the vote counter to announce the winners today? And also request the president to be there same time. Josephine, youth leader Josephine Xavier.
Toastmaster of the day and fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening once again. Our best speaker for today is DTM Shivdas Bhaskaran and youth leader Shrestha Nayak.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congrats, Shrestha and Shiva.
Best TT speaker is Dr. Shanti Rekha.
Congrats, Dr. Shanti.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Best evaluators for today is DTM Manoj C. Nair and DTM Harish Bhargav.
Congratulations, DTM Manoj and DTM Harish.
Congratulations and over to you.
Thank you, youth leader Josephine Xavier, for your efforts, and hearty congratulations to winners, and thanks to all the assignees who have done their duties very well. And fellow Toastmasters, I have thoroughly enjoyed being the Toastmaster of the day, and hope you also enjoyed this educational session. To think creatively, keeping fit is the main mantra. Hence, feed yourself with quality food and work out well. Wish you all a healthy and safe days ahead. Over to the President.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi, for that excellent meeting. You have conducted the role flawlessly well. We have to, Toastmaster Ravi deserves a loud round of applause.
Thank you.
Now, this is going to be the business session, but before that, I would like to listen to from our guest. So, our guest, Toastmaster Rashmi, what do you think about us, and what would you like
Actually,
to
I am happy to be part of the meeting actually, and thank you, Toastmaster Harish, to give me an opportunity to be a part of that. And I was happy to listen all the speeches, nice speeches, and I'm also inviting to our Toastmaster club to come and sit and visit our speeches and all the things. Next meeting, whenever it will come, I will inform, and I'm pleased to invite you all to come on that meeting. Thank you.
Sure, ma'am. Thanks very much. Right. Yeah. Dr. Shanti is our area director. Dr. Shanti, do you have any message to us now?
The message is wonderful meeting. Really, I enjoyed. Especially I enjoyed the evaluation sessions, because when you were giving the evaluations, you people were giving with from heart. And when you do that, obviously what happens is you overshoot the time, because you want to say many things and you want to really convey a lot of messages to the speakers. Wonderful job. Excellent.
Thanks, ma'am. Now, there is one person who didn't have much opportunity to speak today. That is Toastmaster Sushil Gupta. Sushil, how was it? Your first experience as timer?
It was a different experience and doing this role, but this is really nice. And this is the first time I'm not speaking anything in this meeting, either in table topic or speech contest. But I need to focus on the role given to me. So I really enjoyed that role. Really enjoyed the meeting. I heard the speeches, and there were good speeches. I really enjoyed that, and I hope that will continue in future. And all the best, and thank you. And back to you.
Thank you, Sushil. And you have handled the role like flawlessly the first time as timer. There's one more person, that is youth leader Josben, who is our ardent supporter all the time. Josben, how was it? Hi, Josben. Hello, Josben.
Yeah, Josephine. Yeah, he's there.
Yeah. So, Josephine, how was your experience today being part of this meeting?
I enjoyed being the
Master and
vote master,
vote counter.
vote count.
Good, Josephine. Okay, right. Thank you for your support because it is very important. Like when you shoulder that responsibility, that gives us tremendous amount of relief. Now let us get into the business session. So there is one important announcement, that is now the term of this year of Toastmasters is going to end soon. So in July, by the end of June, we'll have to install the next Exco. So as per our practice, our immediate past president will be the chairman of the nomination committee. So Toastmaster Savuklitus will be finding the next group of office bearers. So Toastmaster Savuklitus, I would invite you to share your plan.
Right now, I don't have any plan. So let us work together and we can find out a better person. All are qualified for our Periyar members, all are qualified for as a president, but we can approach everybody and whoever is interested and ready to take the responsibilities. So we can find out one person. That's all. Okay. This is, I need your all support. That's all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sabu. Our next meeting will be after the Eid vacation in the month of May, and it is most likely it will be a physical meeting, joint meeting with Arabian, as we usually do once in a month. So the date and roles that we will finalize after some time, once we fix the date. And our VP Education, Devi, do you have any announcements to make now?
Thank you, President, for the opportunities. Once I come back, I will take up the responsibilities.
When are you going to be back?
May 2nd week.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
So yeah, Dhiral, do we have anything more to discuss now? If there is, I find nothing more, nobody raising hands. So that means we have completed everything to be shared and discussed. So officially the meeting is adjourned now. We can continue chit-chatting for some more time if we want. Right.